Hi and welcome everyone, thanks for dropping in my YouTube channel. Here are the latest game results, season standings update and live game schedule today for 2025 to 2026 NBA regular season. For today's game results in first game, the Cleveland Cavaliers had a blowout win after beating Brooklyn Nets with a score of 112 to 84. And here are the box score summary for Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell spearheaded the offense, finishing with 17 points and 5 boards. James Harden managed to finish as the second leading scorer with 16 points and 9 assists. Next on the leaderboard was Jarrett Allen with a double-double performance of 15 points, 10 boards. Let's look at the performances from Brooklyn Nets. Michael Porter Jr. led the way with 14 points and 5 boards, followed by Ochai Agbaji with 13 points. Also, Igor Dimin contributed 10 points and 5 boards. For the second game, the Washington Wizards won against Indiana Pacers by the score of 112-105. And here are the box score summary for Washington Wizards. Multiple players Bob Carrington, Anthony Gill, Jaden Hardy and Kadary Richmond spearheaded the offense, finishing with 13 points each. Bilal Coulibaly and Tristan Vukcevic managed to finish as the next leading scorers with 12 points each. Next on the leaderboard was Trey Johnson with 10 points and 6 boards. Let's look at the performances from Indiana Pacers. Jarvis Walker led the way with 19 points, 7 assists and 13 boards, followed by Talon Peter with 16 points and 5 boards. Also, Jay Huff and Ben Shepherd contributed 15 points each. For the third game, the Atlanta Hawks beat the Philadelphia 76ers by the score of 117-107. No Embiid for 76ers due to an injury. And here are the box score summary for Atlanta Hawks. Jalen Johnson spearheaded the offense, finishing with a huge 32 points, 5 assists and 10 boards. CJ McCollum managed to finish as the second leading scorer with 23 points and 5 assists. Next on the leaderboard was Dyson Daniels with 15 points and 7 boards. Let's look at the performances from Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey led the way with 28 points, followed by VJ Edgecombe with 20 points and 9 boards. Also, Kelly Oubre Jr. contributed 17 points. For the fourth game, vintage KD carries the Houston Rockets after beating Charlotte Hornets with a score of 105-101. And here are the box score summary for Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant spearheaded the offense, finishing 35 points and 8 boards with 14 out of 20 field goals made. Jabari Smith Jr. managed to finish as the second leading scorer with 15 points and 7 boards. Next on the leaderboard were Alperen Sengun and Reed Shepherd with 13 points each. Let's look at the performances from Charlotte Hornets. Grant Williams led the way with 20 points and 9 boards, followed by Brandon Miller with 17 points and 7 assists. Also, rookie Con Newpol contributed 15 points and 5 boards. For the fifth game and the battle of top 1 and 2 seeds in Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons beat the New York Knicks with a score of 126-111. And here are the box score summary for Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham spearheaded the offense, finishing a monster 42 points, 13 assists and 8 boards. Paul Reed managed to finish as the second leading scorer with 18 points and 7 boards. Next on the leaderboard was Tobias Harris with a double-double performance of 11 points and 10 boards. Let's look at the performances from New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson led the way with 33 points and having a 12 out of 20 field goals made, followed by Karl Anthony Towns with a double-double performance of 21 points and 11 boards. Also, the veteran Landry Shamet contributed 15 points. For the sixth game, the Toronto Raptors beat the Chicago Bulls with a score of 110-101. And here are the box score summary for Toronto Raptors. Brandon Ingram spearheaded the offense, finishing with 31 points, 6 assists and 8 boards. Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickley and Jacoby Poeltl managed to finish as the second leading scorers with 14 points each. Next on the leaderboard was RJ Barrett with 13 points and 6 boards. Let's look at the performances from Chicago Bulls. Anthony Simons, which was a former Boston Celtics, led the way with 20 points. Followed by Isaac Okoro with 16 points and 5 boards. Also Trey Jones contributed 12 points and 6 assists. For the 7th game, the San Antonio Spurs dominates the game after beating the Phoenix Suns by 27 points by the score of 121-94. And here are the box score summary for San Antonio Spurs. The sophomore Stephon Castle spearheaded the offense, finishing with 20 points. Victor Wembanyama and Dylan Harper managed to finish as the second leading scorers with 17 points each. Next on the leaderboard was the Aaron Fox with 15 points and 8 assists. Let's look at the performances from Phoenix Suns. Jalen Green made his playing comeback and led the way with 26 points. Followed by Mark Williams with a double-double performance of 11 points and 10 boards. Also Iguodala and Jordan Goodwin contributed 10 points each. For the 8th game, the Orlando Magic crushed the Sacramento Kings with a 37-point lead by the score of 131-94. And here are the box score summary for Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero spearheaded the offense, finishing with 30 points, 6 assists and 5 boards. Anthony Black managed to finish as the second leading scorer with 20 points in 8 out of 13 field goals. Next on the leaderboard was Desmond Bane with 17 points. Let's look at the performances from Sacramento Kings. The rookie Maxime Reynaud led the way with a double-double performance of 17 points and 14 boards. Followed by Keegan Murray with 15 points and 8 boards. Also Malik Monk and Precious Achiuwa contributed 14 points each. For the 9th game, the Boston Celtics beat the Golden State Warriors with a score of 121-110 as the Celtics ruined Porzingis' first game with the Warriors. And here are the box score summary for Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard spearheaded the offense, finishing with 26 points, 7 assists and 6 boards. Jaylen Brown managed to finish as the second leading scorer with a triple-double performance of 23 points, 13 assists and 15 boards. Next on the leaderboard was Sam Hauser with 16 points and 5 assists. Let's look at the performances from Golden State Warriors. The Anthony Melton led the way with 18 points, followed by Guy Santos and Will Richard with 17 points each. Also Kristaps Porzingis contributed 12 points in 17 minutes. For the last and 10th game, the Los Angeles Clippers beat the Denver Nuggets in a nail-biting win with a score of 115-114. And here are the box score summary for Los Angeles Clippers. Benedict Mathurin spearheaded the offense, finishing with 38 points as he ties his career high. Kawhi Leonard managed to finish as the second leading scorer with 23 points in 8 out of 18 field goals. Next on the leaderboard was Derrick Jones Jr. with 22 points. Let's look at the performances from Denver Nuggets. The 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic led the way with a double performance of 22 points and 17 boards. Followed by Jamal Murray with 20 points, 8 assists and 8 boards. Also Bruce Brown contributed 19 points, 6 assists and 5 boards. And for our NBA standings today in Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons is still on the first seed with a standing of 41 wins and 13 losses. For the second seed is the Boston Celtics with 36 wins and 19 losses. The third seed is the New York Knicks with 35 wins and 21 losses. For the fourth seed is the Cleveland Cavaliers with 35 wins and 21 losses with 6-game winning streak. And the fifth seed is the Toronto Raptors with a record of 33 wins and 23 losses. The sixth seed is the Philadelphia 76ers with a standing of 30 wins and 25 losses. For the seventh seed is the Orlando Magic with 29 wins and 25 losses. While the eighth seed is the Miami Heat with a record of 29 wins and 27 losses. And the ninth seed is the Atlanta Hawks with 26 wins and 29 losses. For the 10th seed is the Charlotte Hornets with a record of 26 wins and 30 losses. While the 11th seed is the Milwaukee Bucks with 23 wins and 30 losses. The 12th seed is the Chicago Bulls with 24 wins and 32 losses as still struggling with 7-game losing streak. For the 13th seed is the Brooklyn Nets with 15 wins and 39 losses. The 14th seed is the Washington Wizards with a standing of 15 wins and 39 losses. And for the 15th seed is the Indiana Pacers with a record of 15 wins and 41 losses. And for the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder remains on the first seed with the standing of 42 wins and 14 losses. The second seed is the San Antonio Spurs with 39 wins and 16 losses with 7-game winning streak. And the third spot is the Houston Rockets with 34 wins and 20 losses. While the fourth seed is the Denver Nuggets with a standing of 35 wins and 21 losses. The fifth seed is the Los Angeles Lakers with a record of 33 wins and 21 losses. For the sixth spot is the Minnesota Timberwolves with 34 wins and 22 losses. The seventh seed is the Phoenix Suns with 32 wins and 24 losses. The eighth seed is the Golden State Warriors with a record of 29 wins and 27 losses. The ninth seed is the Los Angeles Clippers with 27 wins and 28 losses. For the 10th seed is the Portland Trail Blazers with a record of 27 wins and 29 losses. The 11th seed is the Memphis Grizzlies with 20 wins and 33 losses. And the 12th seed is the Dallas Mavericks with 19 wins and 35 losses as still struggling with 9-game losing streak. While the 13th seed is the Utah Jazz with a record of 18 wins and 38 losses. The 14th seed is the New Orleans Pelicans with 15 wins and 41 losses. And for the 15th seed is the Sacramento Kings with 12 wins and 45 losses as still struggling with 15-game losing streak. For the last portion, here are the 9-game schedule for today, February 21st at Saturday morning in Philippine time. For the first game at 8 a.m., it's Hornets versus the Cavaliers. For the second game at 8 a.m., it's Wizards against the Pacers. For the third game at 8 a.m., it's Grizzlies contra the Jazz. For the fourth game at 8:30 a.m., it's Hawks against the Heat. For the fifth game at 8:30 a.m., it's the 2024 rivalry game between Timberwolves against the Mavs. For the sixth game at 9 a.m., it's Pelicans against the Bucks. For the seventh game at 9 a.m., it's the West number 1 seed Thunder versus the Nets. For the eighth game at 11 a.m., it's Battle of the Los Angeles between Lakers against the Clippers. For the last and ninth game at 11 a.m., it's Blazers against the Joker and Nuggets. Thanks for watching.